ahead of me, Dr. Ram, Dr. Helena, and Dr. Anara. My purpose today is to introduce and tell a little bit about each one of the Iron Ladies we have today. The name Iron Lady originally came from Margaret Thatcher, who was the Prime Minister of England back in the 70s, 80s, and the early 90s. And I was a teenager at the time she was elected to power. And during one of her speeches, she said, "The Iron Lady is not for turning." And so it is with the awardees we have today. They have been strong, powerful, and dedicated to their causes. And this is why we are awarding them today. It's been a difficult task for the judges because there are a lot of very strong modern women in this world. And we had to keep it down to 17 women to get the awards today. But I think you'll agree as I go through and introduce them to you that they are all very deserving of their awards. So here we go. And I apologize for any mispronunciations I have because English is my primary language and some of the names are a little bit complicated. So here we go. The first person is, oops, my mouse is looking. The first person is Dr. Shabana Nazir. Dr. Shabana is a state awardee and recipient of many prestigious awards.
David, you will only read the names and then their introduction. Once we will give the award, that will be done over at that time, okay?
Okay, all
Let's
right.
read out the names. Yes, thank you very much.
All right, no problem. That'll be a lot easier to do. Okay. So, okay, the first awardee is Dr. Shaban Nazir. Next, we have Shazia Shakil Hadia. Then Nuhi Khan. Oh boy. Anvadra Venkatiswaran. Dr. Shalu Segal. Mamdua Majid. Zwina Mohammed. Rihanna Abdullah, good friend of mine. Mrs. Mina Swesh. Miss Ashfas Shifaza. Mariam Shafia Steinheither. Millie Lang. Benita Sakar. Catherine Peter. Ziha Nahar. Pushpalta Rajonka. And finally, Dr. Anara Naheem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. And it was very cute when you were mispronouncing the names.
I try not to.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. David. Before we move on to the next, we have one more question for us. So the next question is, who was the first female astronaut?
Kalpana Chawla from India.
No.
Valentina Tereshkova, I know that one.
Yes. Yes.
Yay! Correct.
Woohoo! The first American was Sally Ride, just in case you wanted to know that too.
So now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let us introduce our strong ladies and our iron ladies to appreciate them for their stride towards empowerment and their achievements in their respective careers. And for this, I would like to invite Dr. Halima as well to present the awards. Dr. Halima.
Thank you very much. First, let me just present this. She is taking about women education. She is taking about talking about women education, hygiene, sanitation at different public fora. Her vision is to promote education in remote areas. Every single student has the right to get education. For this purpose, she always stands with them. Ms. Shazia is an eminent faculty of history and current affairs. She takes classes for IAS, PCS to prepare them for competitive exams. She has taught in various institutes of UPSC in India. She is the director and founder of Educating India Academy, named as Shazia Ma'am Classes. She hailed from Bagha, West Champaran, Bihar. A big round of applause to Shazia. May we request Shazia to share her success story, please. Shazia, over to you. Is Shazia in the meeting? Shazia, please switch on your video, unmute yourself and speak about your journey. We all are eagerly waiting for you. Shazia Heather. Let's move to the next awardee. A big round of applause to Shazia Heather. Next awardee is Ruhi Khan from United Arab Emirates.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening.
Nuhi, will
Hello.
you please permit me to get you a little bit more?
Yeah, sure.
So Nuhi Khan, the first introduction of Nuhi Khan is that she has more than 11 years of experience. And wherever she has worked, she has been very dedicated to excellence and innovation. And she has pushed herself beyond the boundaries. And she never think that there is anything called impossible. And now she is working nowadays, she is working with Petrogas Piping Middle East. And she has been awarded with the Staff of the Month award as well. And Nuhi Khan, congratulations to you. And I'm proud of saying that I have worked with Nuhi Khan at Delhi Private School, Ajman in UAE. Nuhi Khan, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful gesture. Is my video, is it there? Because I cannot see my face. Hello?
Yes, Nuhi.
Yeah, I'll continue. No worries.
We are not able to see your video. We are not able to see your video.
Yeah, in fact, I'm also not able to see.
No problem. We can hear you, but we can listen.
Okay. Yeah, as I am Nuhi Khan, and I'm working with Petrogas Piping Middle East, Dubai. I'm working as a business development officer here, and I'm also a social worker with Sharjah government, UAE. So first of all, I want to thank Allah for all the blessings He has bestowed on me and for this award, and then my parents for making me capable of being at this place and position where I am today. I am deeply honored and humbled to receive the award on this International Women's Day. This award is not just a recognition of my achievements, but a celebration of the strength and resilience of all women possess. It is a reminder of all struggles and sacrifices that countryless women have made. I won't express much about my struggles and achievements because I believe that every woman is a warrior. Every woman is fighting for herself, and she is an iron lady. I want to convey to every soul who is suffering or whoever feels down anytime, just believe in yourself. You are yourself unique You are beautifully created by Allah. You are your own voice and you are the hero of your own story. So never let yourself down in any way. Bring out the best version of you, work on yourself, and bring positive changes around you. Because women are the real architect of this society. So being an iron lady doesn't mean it's being unbreakable. It means having the courage to face the challenges and the determination to overcome them. It means being resilient in the face of adversity and never giving up on your dreams. So as a woman, we face unique challenges and barriers, but we must never let those obstacles stop us from achieving our goals. Throughout the history, if we see, women have shown incredible strength and courage in the face of adversity. So to all the women who are listening to me today or all out there, I just say that again, believe in yourself and trust in your abilities. And never let anyone that you tell you that you cannot achieve your dreams ever. We have the power to make a difference in the society. Allah has made all the women so powerful, our lives and the lives of others also who are around us. So let's continue to support each other and lift each other's up. Because when one woman succeeds, we all succeed at the same point. So that's it. Once again, I am deeply grateful for this honor and will continue to use my platform to inspire and empower women everywhere. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank Dr. Halima Sadia, who is our mentor and an unstoppable warrior herself. I've always seen her distributing positivity and encouraging all the women around. So,
Thank you very much.
thank you
Noor.
so much.
Thank you
Yeah.
and congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
So next Iron Lady is Anuradha Venkateswaran. She is from Singapore. She is a passionate Tamil teacher. She arranges competitions and workshops for students to learn Tamil language. To bring women's talent, she organizes many webinars and debates to bring out the talents in the people. She is a debate speaker herself, and she does lots of voluntary services for the needy people. Congratulations to Anuradha, and may I request Anuradha to kindly share her story. A big round of applause for Anuradha. Anuradha, can you unmute yourself? Because I'm unable to see you here.
No one is speaking.
to you. Shalu, unmute yourself and speak, please. No, everybody is able to unmute now, isn't it? So you can't.
Yes, I'm able to unmute myself, but I didn't hear my name announced.
Who is the recipient of the Iron Lady Award 2023 Maldives. Now, may we request Shalu Sehgal to kindly speak a few words. Yes, Shalu, you can speak now.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for considering me for this award. Thank you so much for recognizing my achievements and contribution in the field of education. I would like to quote Dr. Halima's line here. Ma'am said, "We are female hero in leading roles in real life with our extraordinary courage, confidence, commitment, passion, compassion, strength, integrity, and set an example for others." Thank you, ma'am. Really, I do believe we are. And yes, ma'am, I'm a small town girl born in Abohar, Punjab, India. I never imagined that one day I would be receiving an award for my contribution to education. After completing my studies in computer science, I decided to pursue a master's in business administration. Even though it was completely a different field for me, but little did I know that this decision would take me on an incredible journey. My first opportunity to work abroad came when I landed a job in Bookworth in Botswana, South Africa. It was not an easy start as I had to adjust to new culture, learn new skills, and navigate a completely different environment. However, I persisted and eventually settled in. I started building a life there, but circumstances changed and I had to return to India. Back in India, I got married in the beautiful town of Himachal Pradesh, Solan, which is famous for mushrooms. So it is known as Mushroom City of India. And I decided to pursue a career in education. I went back to university and earned my doctorate in management, determined to achieve my goals. As I started my teaching career, I realized that I had found my calling. Year by year, I explored and enjoyed the journey of teaching, touching the lives of countless students. My hard work and dedication to education paid off as I began receiving the recognition for my contribution to the field of education. Today, I feel incredibly proud that your organization has selected me to receive this award. It is a tribute to my devotion, my commitment to education, and unwavering belief in the power of learning. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shalu. Thank you. You deserve every bit of this award. You are a fighter, you are a warrior, you are an Iron Lady.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next awardee is Lifetime Achievement Award. And she is a lady who belongs to Odisha, but she is now a delight. Her name is Mamduha Majid, who was born in Odisha and brought up in Iraq, Baghdad. And she has done her master's in Arabic from Jamia Millia Islamia, and she has served as Arabic announcer cum translator in All India Radio, New Delhi. and she was deputed as the entrepreneur of late President of India, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad to UAE. And this is really a great, great honor for anyone to be the translator of the President of India. And she has also worked as a translator in several international conferences held in New Delhi. And after her retirement from All India Radio, she has started involving and engaging herself into the social work. She runs a school in her hometown in Odisha, and also she has a vocational center in New Delhi, where she is imparting the education and vocational trainings to the poor and needy girls of the society. Mamduha Majid is a woman of substance who has proved herself that how a single mother can nurture the children and can make them successful, and she herself can be beneficial for the society, not only for her own children, but the children of the society, those who are in need. Congratulations to Mrs. Mamduha Majid.
Assalamu alaikum. Are you hearing me, all of you?
Yes, Mamduha Pa, walaikum assalam.
Well, in front of all these warriors, ladies, I don't know, I don't see myself anywhere there. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Halima, to have selected me for this prestigious award. I don't think I'm to the status to that. But anyway, thank you very much. I would like to just say two words. One is that when you say Iron Lady, I always say it is not Iron Lady, it is Iron-Headed Lady. Because when we think that we have to do that, and we do it, that means there is a filmy song which says, "Mushkil nahi hai kuch bhi agar thaan lijiye." So when you decide something, you have to, and you do it, then you don't feel great about it. You feel that you have done it, that's all. And another thing which I would like to say, that it is always, as you said, without a man, a woman is nothing. Without a woman, a man is nothing. Yes. Yeah, I brought up 3 children single-handedly, of course, after Allah. Allah gave me the strength. And after that, my father, who gave me the strength, he gave me education. Whereas in Odisha, when I was a child, there was not a single girl going to any school. Whereas my father, who was posted in Indian Embassy at Iraq, Baghdad, he sent me to a French convent, whereas my mother was dead against it. She went on saying, it is haram or it is a sin, a girl goes to the school. But my father was adamant and he put me in a school, and that is why today, and he made me strong-headed myself. And I really thank God and thank him to make me that. And I brought up my children, same thing. I made my daughter also strong-headed, but not to be on top of the man. We should always be lenient to the situation which comes to us. But when it comes a little bit difficulty, we have to decide strongly. And I think that is how a woman can achieve whatever she wants to achieve. And God may bless you all. I must say, all of you should be blessed that you have achieved something, and may you achieve furthermore. And here I would like to finish my word with another couplet in Urdu, which says, मंजिलें तो रोशन है, रास्ता दिखाना है, कल जो नस्ल आएगी उसका बार हम पर है, तुमको याद रखना है, फर्ज ये निभाना है. Means you have to generate and educate and bring up your children to the future of the world, which is going to be very, very, very difficult. God bless you all. And thank you, Dr. Halima. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Mamdu Abba. Thank you very much for accepting this award. You deserve it because now you are not only the mother of 3 children, but you are the mother of 3,000 or 3 lakh children whom you are nurturing and giving free education and training them. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, God.
So now our next awardee is from the field of education. And our awardee is a principal of a government school in Delhi for more than 3 decades. Now she is a former principal. She is a state awardee. She is poetess. She is counselor. She is a trainer. She is a teacher. Yes, she is Dr. Shabana Nazir. Dr. Shabana Nazir is among us here. Please give a big round of applause. And she has 6 books written, 4 books to her credit. And she is a workaholic person because she cannot live without work. And she is the one who has taken up lots of initiative when she was the principal of the government school. And there she has proved herself by accepting the challenging task. And the people in the directorate, they still remember her for her courageous act. That's why today we are proud and we are honored to present this Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Shabana Nazir, who is a great and eminent educationist from India. A big round of applause to Dr. Shabana Nazir. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly take a ma'am? Yes. Remove this. One word, 2 words. Please come. Walaikum assalam.
Good evening to all of you. First of all, I am grateful to God that who has given me this opportunity, and because of His blessings on me, I am here. And I extend my thanks to EduFem, Dr. Halima Saadia, and to assist to Dr. Ram that they have considered my name for this prestigious award. To start, I would like to say that I was born in Bombay. And my father, who was a renowned Urdu poet, broadcaster, writer, he was working with All India Radio, Bombay. Then after some time, when I was studying in class 3, he got transferred to Delhi. And we were living in a prestigious colony in South Delhi. And that society, I was studying in class 3. And there we had only 1% Muslim population. And we were very happy, and we were enjoying that composite culture. And there was hardly 1% you can understand. There's hardly any that society over there. Since my childhood, I had a passion to completed my graduation from a reputed college, from the University Lady Shri Ram College. And from after doing that, I decided to do B.Ed. I did my B.Ed very nicely. And right after completing my B.Ed, I got government job. That is also very good. But the turning points come here. That government has posted me at a school 30 kilometers away from my residence, and that too in a walled city area of Old Delhi, and 100% Muslim population. And 100% girls were coming from Walled City area, from Old Delhi, and they were coming from all Muslim India population. First, it was a great challenge, and the conditions were altogether very different. Commuting from such a distant place and working there. But soon I realized that no, this is the place where I have to work. There I realized for the first time in my life that Muslims are lagging behind in education so much, because we were very happy in our family. All people were educated in family. So I never realized in my life. And the greatest shock of my life came when I came to know that we Muslims belong to educationally backward minority. I was a teacher, and I was made in charge for distributing some scholarship of money coming from government. And lakhs of rupees were coming for the children who belongs to educationally backward minority. And I used to feel humiliated. Because we are the people who say, we are the people who say that ilm hasil kijiye jana padega Cheen ko. Ilm hasil karna har mard aur har aurat pe farz hai. And we belong to educationally backward minority. And the only second community who was getting this scholarship was New Buddhist. I can't, even today, I'm unable to digest that we belong to such a community. And that day I decided that this is the place I have to work. This is the area I have to work. And I have to work for these girls. And why girls? Because if we educate girls, so we get an assurance that the next generation will be educated. पढ़ी लिखी माँ की गोद का बच्चा different. So we started doing this. When I was started doing this, by the grace of God, I was a teacher at that time. And I started my job, the first job was in 1975. And I was working as a teacher. Then I improved myself, I kept on adding my degrees. And I got selected directly principal through UPSC. UPSC, you know, is the reputed organization of the Government of India, Union Public Services Commission, and I became the principal. When I became principal, then I had authority. Then I was at top of this institute. Then I had the authority to do the things that are better there. I made a thing, and we started working for the cause. Some committee teachers, they came along with me, and we started working. We started counseling parents because 99% of the girls, they were first generation learners at that time in Delhi. 99% girls were they were first generation learners. And they lacked appreciation for education. So we started with the counseling to the parents. We compelled them that they are duty bound to send their girls to school. And don't get rid of them by marrying to any boy who is coming. The first offer they come, and they will just dispose of the girl. This should not be done. And gradually, first I wanted to achieve the quantity. And then we focused on quality. My school, which was situated in just adjacent to Jama Masjid of Purani Delhi, Old Delhi, and that school started giving 100% result in class 10th and class 12th. And people started paying attention towards it. My girls started participating in different activities, but they were not even participating. When they started participating, they started showing their talent also. And they started achieving things. My teachers, they started achieving, they got Indra Award and State Award, etc., etc. And my children, they started getting awards. they started getting in the award, and so many awards they started getting. When they started getting these awards, even the authority, even different academy, even the department, they started noticing our work. And my children, my teachers, they started getting the awards. And the news of my school regularly came in newspapers regarding the success of the girls, regarding the good results shown by the teachers and my girls. And my school, that Old Delhi school, that Urdu medium school, it became the best district school in Delhi. And not only once, consecutive 4 years. Reaching the top is good, but staying at top, it is challenging. And consecutive for 4 years, and after the department said, we know that your school is the best, but this award should go to other schools also. So we were at that time. Now, the thing came when my school girl top Delhi. Delhi topper was from that Jama Masjid schools. And that day, I took relief that, okay, my school has reached a level, and my children, they have started the stance of appreciation for education. And the girls who are the first generation learners now, they are competent enough to motivate the generations to come. And they started doing the topper of my girl. And as I told you, not only they were the first generation learners, but they belong to the lowest strata economically as well. The girl who topped Delhi topper girl, her father was a petty cook in a just a eating joint on the street. The other girl who topped the school, her father used to wash the cups near this tea stall. But these girls started proving themselves. And when you do good to others, good comes to you. Even I got so many awards, and I don't consider those awards for me. I consider all those awards to my teamwork. I had a very dedicated teamwork as well. And even today, I don't feel that I have achieved something. What I feel is that woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I see, and miles to go. Right? Thank you very much, Shabana.
A big round of applause to Shabana ma'am, ladies and gentlemen. Now our next awardee is from United Arab Emirates. She is a young aspiring girl who is from the field of education, and she has proved herself that she is an expert of EYFS. Fatima Zoena Mohammed educates students globally. Her Life Kit 101 was created during the COVID-19 pandemic as a service to the community. And she is a teacher who shapes the young minds and coach for the teachers training since last 20 years. She is experienced in Montessori, EYFS, CBSE and IGCSE syllabuses, and she is passionate about teaching. She has drove oneself from a trainee to a teacher under the mentorship of great leaders and mentors. Congratulations to Fatima Zoena Mohammed from United Arab Emirates. Over to you, Zoena.
Thank you, ma'am. It's really a pleasure. Well, I just have to share this, that when I had shared the poster of this Iron Lady Award, which I always share even the awards as well, with so much pride. And I have received many good compliments from my parents especially, and siblings and relatives. It really encouraged me a lot. But along with that, obviously, some other people, they had a lot of questions. Some had some other questions to ask. Like Halima ma'am had already mentioned before, there are people who ask some certain questions, but those are the ones which opens our eyes. So at this moment, I think that was very much relevant for me. I was asked, what have you done so much that others haven't, so that you are getting this award, and do you think you deserve this? And so what's the use of these awards and things like that? Well, it kept echoing in my mind. I'm not a person to listen to negativity, but such things, it keeps ringing in your head. So then I kept thinking of it. Well, number one, I have not been a person to show off what I do. And yes, I may not have done much as most of the powerful people who are present here today. But the little things I do, like some of the things I share in the social media platform, because that's where I also shine. And obviously, that's also an inspiration derived from Dr. Halima Saadia as well. Well, but few I have shared on social media platforms only to attract like-minded people, so we can do more to the world, and together we are strong. So with that mindset, well, and also as number two, no, these are reasonings which I gave to myself. Okay, so as number two, I decided that it's nice to be recognized by senior mentors of ours, like Dr. Ramanathan and Dr. Halima Saadia. And in these platforms where these awards are given, and not only that, in other events and platforms which ma'am creates, where I feel so, like good, that I get refreshed and I feel like I should do more. And only because there are powerful people around and they share their life stories, just like we heard from the previous speech as well. So it's nice to be recognized by our seniors. And I'm sure Dr. Halima was the first person to believe in me, and many times in between, and even now, actually. I'm sure she keeps on making such changes in many more women around the world. I realized from those questions which my colleague had asked me that I have been taking a pause from my social service world, focusing on few tragedies of my own, which people undergo time to time, unfortunately, and it's okay. I realized that a small pause, it's okay. After all, as long as we don't, put up a full stop. After all, we can't serve with an empty plate, can we? These platforms remind us to get back on track by reigniting the passion which gets buried beneath us when life happens. And life happens, we know that, right? I thank ACE Academy and Jahannaman platforms for believing in me, reigniting my passion once again towards serving the community, and awarding me with this very prestigious award, which is so prestigious for me that just another award, it wakened me up. So I believe that Iron Lady is a woman who patches up her own wounds and helps others who's around them simultaneously. There's not a time that it's going to be that this is the right time. It's always the right time, at least by a simple smile, a simple word, or a hug. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Varuna. And that's why we are awarding you with the Aspiring Leader Award. So that's why you have to prove your friends or colleagues, those who are questioning you today, that you are we are making you aspire leader. So you have to prove them wrong. That's why we are giving you this award. Okay, Zoena?
Yes,
looking at
thank
your
you
passion,
so much.
looking at your passion, looking at your zeal and enthusiasm, how much you do for the children, this award is being given you as aspiring leader.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. So next Iron Lady Award goes to Rihana Abdullah Meena. Rihana Abdullah Meena is part of Agora Singaporean speakers. She is from Singapore, and she is the speaker. She's associated with many speakers club, and she was recently speaking at International Women's Day, on the International Women's Day and World Speech Day. And she is also the founder of her own company that's named the 7-Step Coach, where she leads participants for breaking free to breakthroughs. Throughout her years in training, her passion still remains for children and youth. Over the years, she has started a reading program in her community, RC, served as a volunteer at Readers Club programs in schools and run her own youth empowerment program called Project Hope, HOPE. She considered herself as the progressivist and activist in progressing in her own life as well as. Rihanna is an example of courage, bravery, and compassion. There was a time in Rihanna's life, I'm not going to speak. Rihanna herself is going to throw light on that. What was that incident that has turned Rihanna's life to a successful mentor, coach, and speaker today? Congratulations, Rihanna, to you. Rihanna, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Harima. Thank you, Dr. Ram, and this platform, EduFam and ACE International, for giving all of us an opportunity to be here and to empower us and to give us the strength. I like what Ma'am Zwina has said about, these kinds of opportunities give us more strength to carry on the work that we want to do in our life. So whatever I am today, the true Iron Lady is not me. I have to give the credit to my mother because she is the Iron Lady in my life. She raised 2 daughters by herself on her own when my dad left us, and she raised us to be strong, independent, powerful women. And why I'm here today is only because of her. She taught me to be strong and to face any kind of challenge. It may be difficult, but she faced them all, and I learned from her example how to do that. And this honor actually goes to her, and I really tribute my mother for all that she has done for me and my sister to raise us and bring us to where we are today. So coming back to being an Iron Lady, challenges are going to happen in our life, and under all that pressure of being a mother, a wife, a daughter-in-law, a friend, a sister-in-law, there are so many roles that a woman has to play. And in all that roles, she will get buried at times about her own identity. And that's what happened to me. And we forget to take care of ourselves. That's the irony about the Iron Ladies, They are so strong and they feel that they are so strong, they can take care of everyone else, but they forget to take care of themselves. And something like that happened to me also, until to a point where I was buried in my own identity and I didn't know who I was. When I started out in life, I wanted to change the world. That was my mission in school. Change the world. Anybody asks, I want to change the world. I want to, empower the world, and I want to make changes for the betterment of the world. But along the way, after life's journey, a lot of things happened. And one of them was I ended up with a very bad spine problem where I was almost going to be paralyzed, and that totally shook my whole world. I was so afraid of that, and many other things also happened along the way that changed my perspective and made me weaker. And I lost that identity of that strong person who wanted to change the world. And but one day I started attempting something, but I wasn't happy where I was. And I wanted to change myself first. And I kept looking outward for the changes. But the path to my transformation was inward. And when I realized that, I began to make changes within myself. Rather than being a victim, I tried to become a victor in my own life. And I tried to change my perspective. And I realized that I am responsible for me, and I am responsible for whatever that happens to me. Despite what other people do, whatever happens in the world, it is my responsibility to bring myself out. And that whole perspective changed me. And I finally found that true person, that identity that I had lost, that I thought did not exist anymore, but she was there, buried deep inside. And I finally managed to get her out and find that true strength and courage to carry on in my life despite all that challenges. And I would say again, I give this credit to my mother, because without her teaching us or teaching me to be independent and strong, I would never be here. And so a woman's role is very, very important. She may face many sorrows, many challenges, but she has to become strong. She has to be the Iron Lady in her own life first and change her life and change her perspective before she can change the world. And once you give her that empowerment, there's nothing can stop her. Nothing can limit her in any way. And I encourage all women to stand up, to stand out. And there will be women in your community who cannot do that. So it is the role of all the other women who are capable, who are strong, to, as a community, to bring this women who are weaker than themselves. They are not weak, but they think they are weak. We have to give them power. We have to give them strength as a community. Find these women, support them, guide them, give them strength so that they can become the power in their own life and the power in their family, power in their community, power in the world. Why do you think we have so many strong women leaders nowadays? Because someone helped them, pushed them, and encouraged them to live the life that they should be living. Powerful, iron women. And I want to leave one poem with you, which I wrote myself. And I want just another few minutes to share it. And the poem goes like this. She's fierce, she's strong, she's wise. She stumbles, she falls, and she rises. She's loyal, she's kind, she's fearless, she's bold, relentless, yet humble. Courage meets compassion, meets character. Who is she? She is limitless and unstoppable. She is a woman, a powerful woman. And I encourage every woman in this room, in this world, to be powered and to change this world as much as they can, because the world needs you, woman. Be there for them. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, we are proud of you, and now I am feeling myself proud that we are conferring this award to you this evening. Really, it is wonderful. Now, next we have Mrs. Meena Suresh. Meena Suresh has been awarded with the Lions Club Award for the best principal. She is the principal of the renowned Balaklok School for over a decade. She trains students from over 9 countries, even now, after retirement. And while in USA for 8 years, has taught English to elementary school students in the USA. She has been awarded the Best Teacher Award by the PTA, Parent Teacher Association, and was an educationist associated with the school for 30 years. She has been mentoring her old students on language skills and creative writing, even 3 decades after they completed schooling. So congratulations to Meena Suresh.
Thank you, Mrs. Halima. Thank you, God. And at the outset, I would like to congratulate Dr. Halima. You are the best Iron Lady. You are an inspiration to everyone for having this philanthropic streak in you to search for the people who have achieved something, and you have awarded them. And this is a motivation. When we speak, it's a motivation for the next generation of awardees to come up. Thank you for the wonderful service you are doing. Coming to myself, before I speak about myself, I would like to congratulate all the awardees, and particularly the youngsters. You all are so amazing. Nobody can say that the youngsters are lost. No, you all are so focused. You all are, I'm sure you are going to do wonders for this world. Congratulations to all of you. And now about me, there's not much to say. It's just that I started off as a grade 1 teacher in a school that was in its infancy. I grew along with the school. I had the best mentors in the founder principal and a correspondent who always instilled in us that nothing is more important than the welfare of the students. That has been ingrained in us, and that is what we have been doing, and we are still doing as a team of teachers from the Balilok school where I worked. And I worked as an elementary school teacher, went on to become a high school teacher, and later on, I was appointed as the principal. Of course, during the span of 3 decades and on, there have been many gauntlets that life has thrown in our way. But it is the attitude with which we face those challenges that helps us go up the stairway of success. There is no can't or impossible when a woman decides that she wants something. Nothing, like somebody said, we have an iron head and we will forge our way through the challenges to reach whatever we have to. And just like Dr. Halima said, I had a very strong family support in my in-laws. Of course, in-laws, we did have skirmishes, but they were a very strong support when I was forging ahead. They were the ones who gave a lot of values to my children. And they were the ones, the little time we spent with them, we learn a lot, a treasure house of knowledge. So these were the things that helped me go up wherever I am. There is one thing I would like to tell the youngsters, though you're striving ahead and doing wonders, which it's mind-boggling what you're doing, yet do spend some time with the elders at home. You're having a very busy schedule, yes, but do spend some time because you learn a lot from them. Resilience, perseverance is something that we learn from our mothers and our grandmothers. My mom was a single mom because we lost our dad very young in our lives, and we were 3 girls. And every one of us have made it very successful in life, all because of my mom, who was very, very strong. And she told us that you make your bed, you have your choice, whether it's a bed of roses or thorns, you lie on it, you don't expect any help from anybody. And that is what has been my strength. Thank you, Amma, for all that you have done for us. And thank you, Dr. Halima. I wish all the awardees all the best. God be with you.
Thank you very much, Miss Meena. And it was really inspiring story for all of us. Now we have Miss Aisha Shifaza from Maldives. Miss Aisha Shifaza is HR professional, an inspiring leader and a mentor. And today, unfortunately, she is unable to attend this function, but she has sent her best wishes to all of us. Aisha Shifaza from Maldives. Now let's move to the next awardee. Our next awardee is again from Maldives. And her story is really an inspiring story, a sector where you will find less representation of women. She is the one who has made a mark in this field. She is Mariam Shafia. Mariam Shafia from Maldives, the Director of Sales, Gen Maldives, Male by Shangri-La. In an industry where women make up only 8% of the workforce, of which only 3% are Maldivian women, her aim is to spotlight women in leadership positions through the Maldivian hospitality sector. She has started her career journey as a restaurant hostess and worked tirelessly to become the Director of Sales. She has started her career at the age of 17 and has been an unstoppable strength ever since, bringing more than 20 plus years of experience in managerial, executive role, pre-opening to rebranding in the hospitality industry. From an F&B hostess, she moved to front office, spa, housekeeping, sales and event management, reservations, and revenue manager in renewed international hotel chains. Congratulations to Ms. Mariam Shafia, who is not present, but she has sent her representative to receive the award. May I request Dr. Anara to kindly give the award to Ms. Shafia? Yes, please. Congratulations. Yeah. Salman, please click the photo. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. She is from the host country. Thank you, congratulations.
On behalf of Shafia, thank you so much.
Yeah, would you like to say
Oh,
a few words?
okay. Actually, I will start by, I'm Shafia sales executive actually.
You have to be there so that the people can
Sorry,
see you.
that's.
Now you can.
So I'm sales executive of Shafia. So I'm from Philippines. So for me, I believe that she did deserve this award because as a foreigner in this country, I came here without any knowledge in hospitality.
It's muted.
And I know she deserved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for attending this function and to speaking such high words about Ms. Shafia. Actually, I was very much keen to see Ms. Shafia, but unfortunately she is traveling and she is unable to make it this evening. Convey our regards to her, please.
Sure.
Now our next awardee is Millie Leong from Singapore. Give a big round of applause to Millie Leong. She is an international award-winning business mentor. She has been invited to speak in 10 plus countries and has trained more than 40,000 entrepreneurs worldwide. In the year 2011, Millie moved to a new country with her 1-year-old daughter in search of a new life with no prior business experience, no sales, branding, or marketing skills. Millie started her first business from home with less than 400 USD. The beginning was tough because of her lack of contacts in the new country. Millie started standing on the street, giving out flyers, knocking on the stranger's door in hope of getting some assignments. And it was really a journey that is a motivational journey for all of us. Now Millie is considered among the top trainers in Singapore. She threw herself into learning everything she could about building business. Within a few years, with hard work and perseverance, she was able to build her business to 7-figure USD. Millie's mission is to help more women to believe in themselves and to create a fulfilling, impactful, the profitable business that they will love. Millie is the recipient of the top 50 most influential women of the year, Women of Influence Year 2022 by Success Magazine. Mentor of the Year, Women Achievers Award Year 2022 by Women Icon, Female Entrepreneurs of the Year. Gold Award 2022 winner by Titan Business Awards, and Best Personal Brand Award Women Empowerment by Marketing Institute of Singapore. Congratulations to Millie. A big round of applause to the awardee. Miss Millie, may I request you to kindly say a few words? I think Millie was supposed to be here only for 1.5 hours, and we have exceeded the time, and you know how Singapore is punctual about the timing. So it seems that she is not available now. Let's move to the next awardee. Our next awardee is Mrs. Benita Sarkar. Mrs. Benita Sarkar was the ICSE official, and she was a deputy secretary from Kolkata for 2 long decades. She made a valuable, significant mark in the training and development of principals, heads of schools, educators, and subject teachers from the Kolkata's council office, and by mentoring teachers national-wide and internationally. Congratulations to Mrs. Vinita Sarkar. May I request Mrs. Vinita to say a few words? Mrs. Vinita is not available to share her experience. Let's move to the next awardee. Our next awardee is I didn't realize that we have exceeded our time so much. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry and my apology to each one of you. Our next awardee is Miss Catherine Peter. She is from Singapore. Miss Catherine Peter, the Iron Lady 2023, is one of the social worker at the core of our neighborhood. We are proud to congratulate her and to give this award on behalf of ACE International and EduFam International. And she truly deserves this award as she is involved into philanthropist activities and she is known as the yoga master in Singapore. May I request Miss Catherine to kindly say a few words, and congratulations to Miss Catherine, the yoga master of Singapore. Dr. Ram, would you like to speak on behalf of Miss Catherine? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our next awardee. Next awardee, before I announce her name, let me just share with you all that I met her and we got some time to exchange our ideas. And then I realized that she is the one whom I was searching for since long. She is Dr. Zebun Nahar. A big round of applause for Dr. Zebun Nahar. Dr. Zebun Nahar is offering well-developed knowledge of medical science as a health professional and excellent problem-solving skills. Great communicator with important ability to work in team environment with reliability and naturality. She is a dedicated medical professional and teacher with lab experience in biochemistry. Since April 2019, she has been working as assistant professor at School of Medicine, Maldives National University. Before that, from 2014, she worked as a consultant in biochemistry at the Department of Laboratory Medicine. She also has experience of working in the Department of Nephrology under Faculty of Medicine in tertiary level of hospital. She is from Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujib Medical University. She has experience and enthusiasm for educating youth. She is formalized with the total quality control system of the biochemistry lab. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have this great lady with us, and I request you all to come and sit down. Her story of success is a different type of story. I don't think that she will be able to share her story here, but anyway, I know that how much she has struggled, strived, and how much she has challenged herself to come to this level. And here being in the university, that is National University of Maldives, is really a prestigious position that she holds. A few words, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm Dr. Zeba, and thank you, Dr. Sadia and Dr. Ram, for thinking about me, because I'm a very small person and very, thank you, actually. I can start with my childhood and can give thanks to my father, because he was educationist and I am having a background of academics. So it's not a very big struggle for childhood, but there was a very strong enlightenment of personality because there are some ideas of thinking beyond yourself. When I saw my father working in a lab and thinking about the farmers in the village areas. So he was a PhD holder from USA, but he worked for biotechnology from 1977 when Bangladesh was not known about the genetic things. So he was called as a father of seed pathology in South Asia. And yeah, I was with him when he was working in the lab. So I don't have the idea, depth of the work, but I had the idea that it is possible to think beyond yourself. He doesn't know about my grade. He sometimes forgot about which is the child name first will come, Zeba or Tonu. So yeah, it was like that. He was a scientist. When I came to, so my school and college was excellent, warm, because I'm daughter of Professor Ghulam Ali Fakir. In Bangladesh, it is arranged marriage. My husband is here. I got a very handsome person and very humble and very warm person as my husband. But the tradition is something else. When you will be married, you have to have the norm of society, taking care of all the things and balancing the things. But I'm fortunate this time also, because he is an excellent balancer. The places where I am not able to do, he used to do and he is doing it. Still now, till date, he is doing it. And when I carried my son, this is the time when it came like, whether I'll be able to continue my achievement of education or not, whether I will be able to continue my education or not, because the support system is only a husband, but other social thought, now you have to stop or something like that. But that time also I'm lucky. I'm lucky in a sense that this challenge came like full-term pregnancy and you're going for second prof exam or your 100% attendance. And so those things actually made me stronger. But when I think that we say equality, equity, but still now our women are fighting those things, like in education, whether we are having the opportunity to think about if a girl is pregnant, how the education system will be, try to give them the attendance or how they can be equal position, because this is not a pathological condition that they have to drop down. It is a most physiological things. But yet, yes. But my thought was like, when I went to the exam hall, my professor asked me 8 questions in pharmacology. And that 8 question was related with pregnancy. I think now Azan is going on. I can stop for Azan for some days, then I will continue, okay?
Is it outside Azan or some mobile Azan? Mobile Azan.
Okay, so can you continue?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so 8 question was about the pregnancy, okay? On the pregnant related question. I asked my teacher, I studied everything. I studied a lot. And I studied about pathology of heart, kidney, everything. Why only pregnancy related question? Please judge me, don't give me mercy as I pregnant and came to give exam. My message to my students is here. Don't think any way that you are less as a woman or anything is coming. Be prepared for all the obstacles will come. be prepared, because maybe all the world will say that they knows about women empowerment, but every time the challenge will come and you have to, then another 1 hour exam went to tell me that you are not ready because you're pregnant, but I overcome. I got good mark, okay. Now I'm coming to my professional life. I have a mentor in my profession. Dr. Huria knows about him. He's the mentor for thousands of people in Bangladesh because he's a leader, he's a politician, and he loves me a lot. He's like a father. And some people thought that maybe I'm his daughter. The first day I met him in his chamber as a very new medical officer in Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. I entered to the room and said, sir, I'm placed to the biochemistry department from nephrology department as a medical officer. The first talk was like that. Man to man, face to face, men and women face to face. That is, who sent you here? I wanted someone, man, who can work in the lab for up to night because we are having big machines to handle, and you have, sometimes machine will be not okay. You have to make it okay, and you have to, so many mechanical works are there. And how come you will do it? Why not you stay in some other subject? I told sir, this is the first day for me. Everyone will have first day for his life. You came here you are now professor, but you had a first day. Give me a chance. Just give me a chance for 1 month. I will prove that I can do it. I started working in the lab as a medical officer, but they are not giving me the work. So I started with the test tube things to take and in the wash area. And I'm asking, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Okay. The end result was like that. The keys of the medical biochemistry department was kept with me. I was the last person to log it and go. And I can open all the machineries and can again assemble it. And I learned, I actually train up myself. It's not like I learn only. I try to find out the opportunity where I can go and where I can learn. And all the time challenging myself. Whenever challenge will come, take it. Otherwise, life will be boring without challenge. Don't think that someone put it. But it proved me and he appreciated. He still appreciated me as his, but you know, that time I have to challenge so many things. Social norms is not good. There was some monetary things, like when you will work in the lab, some risks allowance will be there, commission will be there. So now, first time in BSMMU lab life, some girls are coming and taking money from me. So I had some enemies in the name of, not enemies, actually, they are the power where you will work. So sometimes it was like, are you going to come in the night duty and will pass through this dark lane? Is it safe for women? So it went up to the complaining to police so that I can be safe. So if you have to do it, do it, but don't stop doing it. To prove yourself, if you have to take the support system from your family, from your society, from your government, take it, but do it. Those stories was day-to-day things for that time. But I'm telling you, it is natural, but it is natural history of my where I am. Next, I came to Maldives because I want my 2 children to be with his father. But in Bangladesh and other people never never stop doing job from university. They will retire from the university. But I took that chance to, because I don't want that my children will grow up without father. So I can't. Actually, I left my job and came. I thought that the agent said that you will work here as a specialist. Now you are not getting job, but you come, you get the job. But I started working as a medical officer in Hulumale. After my finishing MDD clinical biochemistry 5 years, all the training, all the experience, I got medical officer job here. And every day near the lab, I would say, I know in the lab, without lab person, nobody should go. But I already had 13 years experience that time. So, but I said, please, can I see? Because my whole heart was in the lab and my whole heart with the education. So how I will be a part and doing medical, checking the BP and giving the medicine was not my job, but I did it. Then I sent the CVs everywhere, and that time CEO was Brigadier Farshai. Sir called me and asked me, what is the function of a medical biochemist in a lab? I said, sir, I can show you. I have all these things in my mind every day I'm doing. So I explained it to her, him that how to do the things. And he actually said, okay, we can give you again challenge. We can give you 1 month time. If you can prove that you can work well in IGMS laboratory, we will take you. Otherwise, we'll send you back to Pune. So again, my life facing a challenge, and I feel like, okay, there will be nice things happen because I got the challenge. After 7 days, Dr. Miza, that time the consultant and head of the department, she called me and said, I never saw any foreigner working like that. We really want to take you, and maybe we can't give you the position, but just start working with us. And after 15 days, I think we were having civil service law or something. From there, they made the post for clinical biochemist, and I got the. I will be gone with the. I will be missing the biochemistry work. I will be on the medical officer here, but I was happy. Okay, and some people said also, it's okay. What's happened? What's happened? I know how I achieved, so it's okay. Then after that, I got 2019 a call from Dr. Shiza, and she said that I saw in the LinkedIn your profile. Do you want to come? Maldives is going to make a school of medicine, but it is challenging. I say, oh yeah, challenging. Because we are doing everything new from, we are not having anything. Are you ready? And you get some money, yes, then IGMS, are you ready for it? And I'm teaching now Generation Z, who have everything in their fingertips. So you have to make things, and it's really, biochemistry is not a very enjoying subject. It's a very tough subject, but still, I tried. I don't know how much I did, but the reflection I got from the consultants of the IGMH, that my students are very good, they can answer, that make me proud. And I always look at their eyes, and I feel that whatever I did from the beginning to now, Alhamdulillah, these are the results. Their eyes are bright.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was really a very, very inspiring story. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. So this is the second last awardee. We have Mrs. Pushpalata Rajurkar. Even though life has given her a lot of ups and downs, Mrs. Pushpalata hasn't been able to steal her smile or weaken her resolve. This mindset enabled her to raise 2 of her bright boys even after their father left them and while they were finishing up their schooling. She persisted, joined BSN in India, and helped maintain the family. Her family has always been the entire universe. She gave it everything she had. She is happy with what she did, accomplished. Many poor folks are not naturally blessed with such a tough life. They simply continue living a simple so-called happy life. She is pleased with this journey. She feels special, and it's still going on. The same story which was with Mrs. Pushpalata is repeated now with her daughter. And now she is taking care of the granddaughter, and she is really an iron lady. Congratulations to Pushpalata. Pushpalata is not present here, but Rahul Patki is her nephew. He is going to speak on her behalf. Rahul Patki, over to you, please. Rahul?
Yes, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I still, I'm attending few meetings of office and yeah, I was busy in that, but thank you very much for this opportunity. And when you declared about this Iron Lady Award, I, I just thought of my bua, my like auntie for this award. And there was not in my life, no one is like her. So I just proposed her name, and yes, obviously, with all these details I have given on that basis, thanks for choosing her for this prestigious award. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to our end of the program and we have very special award that will be given to the Iron Lady. But before that, the one who made this Iron Lady, the one who created this Iron Lady, the one who delivered the Iron Lady, we have to honor that lady. May I request Mrs. Faryal to kindly come here and we all give her a big round of applause. So this special memento is to Mrs. Faryal, the mother of Dr. Anara Naeem. Thank you very much. Thank you and congratulations that you have such a wonderful daughter. Thank you. Thank you. And now we come to the end of this award ceremony. There are many more Iron Ladies in the world, I know, but we have limitations of resources. We have limitations of time. We have limitations of our human capacity. So that's why we have limited them to 17. And our special awardee for this award is Dr. Anara Naeem. Anara is a former parliament member who has now served as an Islamic lecturer, author, lawyer, and mental health advocate from Maldives. Since 2007, she has been advocating for the religion of Islam by giving public lectures and via TV and radio programs. A big round of applause. Dr. Anara Naeem. May I request Dr. Shabana to kindly share with me this honor of awarding the Iron Lady. Yes, thank you very much. And now the only odd man out, not odd. The only odd man out among the female crowd is a man. As I told you in the beginning that without man, we can't do the things. And this was also not possible if a man was not there. And the man is right in front of us. We are going to honor him with this special memento for Saeed Ahmad, principal of Dr. Nala, principal of Villa International High School. Photograph, please. And before I request him for the vote of thanks, let me just have the honor of awarding our young girls who have prepared themselves at 11th hour. Just yesterday, they were informed that they have to prepare and they have to anchor here. So let me invite those beautiful girls with beautiful voice to kindly accept this memento on behalf of EduFam. Please come here. Come. Where are those who have they left? Congratulations. Yes, please come. Quran recitation. It was really very beautiful. Quran recitation. Come, please. And we have a very special faculty from another college, Mr. Balakrishnan. May I request you to kindly come and accept this memento from all of us. No more dates. MIS, no?
Yeah.
Yes, MIS.
Thank you so much.
Now this is the book that we are going to release. Dr. Anara, please. Let's go. Yes. Yes. And I request Dr. Shabana and Mr. Saeed to kindly be with me at this moment. We are so grateful. Thank you very much. Yeah. This book is all about parenting, and whatever I have made mistakes in my life while parenting, I have just compiled all my mistakes so that you new generation you should not make those mistakes in the parenting. So there are 35 topics, and then you have to, it is going to be very beneficial for the parents. Thank you very much. Dr. Anara, we have a tradition of presenting the shawl to the chief guest. May I have the honor of presenting this? I want to thank the Okay, thank you. That you have graced our function. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I would like to thank ACE International and Prudent International for recognizing. Yeah. Thank you very much for ACE International and Prudent International for recognizing women's work. We are very happy to meet each and every woman here. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go for the refreshment and prayer, that's also important. Before refreshment prayer, let me have the honor of inviting Mr. Saeed Ahmed. When I first started about this program in Maldives, because before earlier I have done the programs in Singapore, Dubai, and India. This is my first program in Maldives. Nobody has extended a helping hand, but I consider them as my friends and very loving and dear ones, because they have given me the courage to think beyond the box and to approach the people who are really very strangers for me, but now they have become friends. And the first person who has positively responded to me is Mr. Saeed Ahmed. And I would like to acknowledge the help of Dr. Zebul Nehar as well. Because of her support and help, I am able to conduct this program here in Maldives. Really, it means a lot for me. I'm a new person in this country. Just 7 months ago, I landed in this country, and I was greatly impressed, especially by the women. I was greatly impressed the way they are empowered, the way they are working. I wanted to do this here in this country, in this place, and Mr. Saeed has made it possible. Thank you very much. Now I will take it up to thank you for both of them.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Australia, the beautiful, wonderful, successful Iron Ladies here in face-to-face and online learning from around the world.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sadia, for inviting me to this beautiful function. I have always been very happy being around ladies, because ladies create happiness. The first lady who made me very happy was my mother. She gave me 4 sisters, and they, all 4 of them, made me very happy today. So when my mother left us, she left me with 4 sisters, and of course 3 brothers. So, and I have always been working with more women than men, because in the Maldives and even around the world, a higher percentage of teachers are ladies. And I have been working in schools ever since I left school. But my companions are teachers. And in the Maldives, I think around 90% of teachers are ladies. And they may be very happy, because the teachers here at VIHS are super teachers. This is my 11th year as principal here. And the teachers are highly respected by the students. Why? Because the teachers take care of the students. Recently, I saw in a Maldivian article saying that students nowadays do not respect teachers. I disagree with that, because what I see here is very different. I see that the students respect their teachers. And respect is not a one-way thing. The more you give, the more you get. So if teachers can respect their students, definitely students will respect them. I'm saying this not after reading a book, but after seeing this in practice from my own experience. So that's why I said I love being around the ladies. I have never wanted to go to any other job, even though some people might consider as better jobs have been offered. I've never once wanted to go to a higher post than a school principal. So that's why I remain the longest serving principal in the Maldives. Anyway, I think we can continue to appreciate ladies, because I think Maldives has developed in a very short time to a greater level. If you consider from the time of the starting point of my career and up to now, it's tremendous development in the world. People might say Maldives is not developing, but they are thinking of from a political angle maybe. And when they won't blame the leaders, then we say Maldives is not developing. But it has developed, and we have seen it. When I started my career, most people were illiterate. Most people were illiterate, maybe 40% or 50% were illiterate. Now, the literacy rate is more than 99%. That is development. It is not only this concrete buildings or bridges or roads that can be counted as development. Development is education. And education level in the Maldives is very high. The number of people who have done their degrees and master's degrees and PhDs as a percentage of the whole population is considered very high. And that has happened in a very short time. And for this development to happen in the Maldives, it is the ladies who play a greater role, not only as teachers, but as parents. Traditionally, I think it's it's not the father, but rather the mother who takes care of the children, takes them to school, and helps them at home. So this contribution to educate the young people is played very well by the ladies of the country. So I think the greatest contribution for the development of all this has come from ladies. So congratulations to all the wonderful ladies there. Yeah, if you look at the other social sector, the health sector, it's again the ladies. I don't know what percentage it is. I think maybe it will be a handful of men who are nurses. It's all ladies in the nursing sector. And without great nurses, doctors cannot do anything. So for medical doctors to do their wonderful job, they need help of nurses. And these nurses have always been in the Maldives, except for maybe a handful of men. It's always been ladies. So at this wonderful ceremony, to salute the ladies in the Maldives and around the world, I can say we can't do enough in appreciation for what they have been doing. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, Dr. Sadia, for giving me this opportunity to say a few words and salute all the ladies.
Thank you very much. And these words coming from male section of the society, you're representing the male section of the society is really very meaningful for us. We are touched by these things, really touched. Thank you very much. And now this is the time to thank the people on the screen. Like I would like to thank Zia Abedin from UAE. I would like to thank Afrozul Haq Saib, Vice Chancellor from Manipur. And I would like to thank Vimala from Chennai. I would like to thank Ishan. Alicia is a young girl who wants to say a few words about women empowerment. Alicia, you can go ahead, please. Alicia, can you remove your headphone and then speak? It's not very clear. Yes. Remove and then speak. Yeah. Yeah, please. Yeah, it's okay now. Go ahead.
My mother told me to be a lady, and for her, that means to be your own person. Be independent. A very pleasing evening to everyone, respected guests, Honorable Ma'am, and all my dear listeners. First of all, a very happy International Women's Day, and I am honored and thankful to all who gave me this opportunity to speak up on this glorious occasion of International Women's Day. So, this delightful evening, we are going to talk on a very important and a sensitive topic, and that is women empowerment. A woman is the full circle because she possesses the power to create, to nurture, and to transform. A woman is very strong since she has the power to create a new life. But from past few years, the condition of women have been so bad. Their powers are being underestimated. And that is just because of the patriarchal society. And because of this, in ancient times, women were not educated. But Savitri Bai Phule, the first Indian female teacher who first time raised her voice against the education born for girls, and her husband also helped her. Educate a man and you can educate an individual. Educate a girl and you can educate an entire family. There's no greater gift than education. And if we can empower a girl by our efforts, we should definitely help and bring a change in the society. The best way to empower women is to educate them. By educating them, you can build or increase their self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-awareness so that they will be very strong. And until you will not make any woman educated, they will not be able to be self-independent. According to the census report, it is known that the literacy rate of women only in India is 53%, whereas men's literacy rate is 75%. This much difference in literacy rate itself tells us that we should educate every girl and every woman so that they can also be a part of the global environment. Global environment empowerment is also called a sensitive topic because these days the term and concept of women empowerment is going on a wrong direction. Women empowerment actually means to educate women, to help them grow and help them in their work. Women empowerment does not mean to decrease the power of the other gender, means men. There is a difference of a fine line between these two terms, and the person who can understand this difference can only help our society in actual development. And for this, every man should support every woman to grow, and every woman should also support every man. No man should underestimate the power of a woman for their growth, and vice versa for the female. To empower women, you should also do some tasks which you can easily do, like you should talk with your family members, your friends, and your neighbors. On women empowerment, and whoever is a bit confused about this concept, you should tell them what actually women empowerment means. Do discuss with them and try to make them understand what is women empowerment. And you can also encourage the women around you to have a goal in their life and tell them that they can also be successful in their life. And dear girls, do you know Priyanka Chopra? Yes, she was the first Miss World just because she was confident. So please understand that confidence is the actual key to getting ahead in life. Believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, the world will believe in you. Know that you are unique, and that will make you a beautiful girl. Stop comparing yourself from others. You know, if you get fat, you eat too much. If you lose weight, you are sick. If you dress well, you show off. If you dress simple, you are poor. No matter what you do in life, people will always criticize you. So my dears, just do what makes you happy. No matter what these fools say, don't worry about them. Be yourself. Every woman should know that they can do anything. You are strong and you will make your future brighter. Just hang on and keep believing in yourself. Today, put your fears behind you and get started on your first small step to achieving your dream. Yes, you can do it. You must believe that you will succeed one day. And if we talk about the society, so the thinking of the society is also changing slowly. More number of women are getting quality of education, but the actual meaning of women empowerment is to make them well educated and leave them free so that they can be accomplished enough to make their own decisions in their life. Thank you so much, my dear listeners, for lending me yours. I'll see you guys soon, and we really need to think upon this particular thing. This International Women's Day, let's motivate and encourage our girls and women. Good luck to all of you. Have a successful and bright week. Good night. I'm muted, I guess. You're muted, I guess.
With this, I'm going to close the Zoom. Thank you very much, everybody, for being with us. Take care, and inshallah, the awards of the other people, those who are not in Maldives, will be sent to them through courier, and that we will communicate separately about that. Thank you very much, everyone, for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sadia and Dr. Anara and other dignitaries and guests. It's a wonderful day to celebrate the awardees as well as the other participants to congratulate them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care and good